nobody has been tougher on Rick Perry than from the right, the far right. Yeah. And not so much his position on immigration, which some pundits on the right, like Bill Kristol, who you'll hear from, Bill Kristol talked about that he's got Perry's position on immigration, he says, is completely defensible. It's just that Rick Perry won't defend it effectively. Yeah. He said that Rick Perry's performance in the debate Bill Kristol did was a complete disaster in an editorial he wrote.
And remember, these are the people that are complaining about him, and the video you're about to see, and whatever Ben's about to read you. These are the people that seduced this guy into running. They were the ones who were going to say, well, we need a legitimate far-right candidate, and Rick Perry has the telegenics and the experience and the intelligence and all of that to do that. And in fact, they're now seeing that they were just plain wrong.
Only occasionally coherent, Rick Perry was referred to by critics on the right. A complete failure. William Kristol, in that piece I was talking about in the Weekly Standard, said that no frontrunner in a presidential field has ever, we imagine, had as weak a showing as Rick Perry. It was close to a disqualifying 2 hours for him. That was Rick Perry. A guy named Peter Wiener, who's worked for the last 3 Republican administrations, he said, I hope Governor Rick Perry enjoyed his 6-week run as the frontrunner of the GOP field, because now it's over. On Red State, they organized the event, said Rick Perry was a train wreck in the debate, flubbed his response on the Romney flip-flopping, which we brought you and read you, which is a fabulous answer. He got his first question tonight and stumbled. Good grief! Ross Kaminsky at the American Spectator validated criticism that Perry not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Joe Scarborough on MSNBC, Rick Perry looked as uncomfortable as a chimp opening a suitcase.
Well, if you're looking for that tiebreaker as to why to vote for a Democrat or Republican, and you don't feel like the Republicans speak your language, it's because they say things like, good grief.
Good grief.
Good grief, this was a disaster.
Yeah. So then, and Megyn Kelly talking to pundits afterwards, she said many of them were pointing to his answer, the answer on the Romney and the flip-flopping, which you could clearly hit him on, as a missed opportunity to Governor Perry and overall representation of how they wanted him to do better, but were disappointed. So then on Fox News Sunday, you got Bill Kristol, you got Juan Williams, you have the host Brit Hume, you have A.B. Stoddard from The Hill, all gigantic conservatives. Just like including Juan Williams in that, and they all eviscerated Rick Perry, and it was starting with Brit Hume, who couldn't. Again, they say not just a bad performance, but essentially the sense is it's over for Rick Perry.
Perry really did throw up all over himself in the debate at a time when he needed to raise his game, and he not only, he did worse, it seems to me, than he had done in previous debates. Perry is about 1/2 a step away from almost total collapse as a candidate.
I have a lot of thoughts come to mind when I see the punditry post-debate, when I hear these people talking about it. Rick Perry does sort of embody a lot of the politics that these people like and support, and they were, I think, shocked by what he offered in a public forum. But these same people, or a lot of the same people, were saying a lot of the same things during George H.W. Bush's debates with Al Gore, and George W. Bush's debates with Al Gore, and I find it always so curious. I thought George Bush was a horrible debater. The days after some of those debates, both when he was a primary candidate and when he was the nominee, were aghast by his performances. And of course, he went on to become president. So I don't really know what this means for Rick Perry. He has a shorter lifespan because of this. He has to correct things very quickly because the primary season is dwindling, the pre-primary season. But what it also means is it feeds the dissatisfaction that Republicans have with their field of candidates.
Also, it lowers the bar then for Rick Perry's performance in a debate. Nothing could go wrong when you set the bar low on the Texas governor in a debate.
Exactly.
Works out well for the country.
Right.
Bill Kristol on that same program said that 70% of Republicans, now referring to Perry's performance, which we read you what he thought of that it was just incredibly damaging to him and incredibly disappointing. But now the results of the straw poll, 70% of the Republicans, having seen with their own eyes Romney and Perry up on the stage Thursday night and then speaking to the crowd on Friday, mixing and mingling, 70% voted against those two frontrunners, a vote of no confidence in Perry, I think because of his really poor debate performance, but also Mitt Romney, who spent a lot of time in Florida over the last 5 years. These are very weak frontrunners.
Right.
And A.B. Stoddard, obviously.
But by the way, remember, these are fewer than 2,000 people, it sounded like, voting in
3,000, about 28, 29.
Fewer than 3,000 people.
But again, very rabid, active followers.
No, for sure. And they've sent a message that the country is hearing now. Where we're sitting here talking about it, people, it made news, and it should. I mean, it's saying that we're not happy with who we have.